Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is January 16th, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Virgo. Because this is a general love reading, it can pertain to any relationship, situation, or circumstance that you're dealing with. Be flexible with the energy. Don't be concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns that I'm using to describe them. You may be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the reading in the cards. And you can interchange them. Don't try to make the story fit. You'll know if it's resonating. You'll also know who you are in the reading. That means, of course, that you may feel like I'm reading directly for you, but you could also feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. Okay, Virgo, so I want to give this deck a couple of shuffles, and we'll get going. As always, my intention is to reach as many people as I can who need the message the most and who will benefit the most from the message. So Virgo, let's get going with you and see what's going on. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you have watched my videos before, I have changed my readings a little bit. I've shortened them by using one fewer deck, one less deck, one fewer, one less. And I'm trying to increase the number of readings that I do per month for each sign. So we'll see how that works out. Here we go. One more shuffle and then we'll start for Virgo. All right, Virgo. So in your underlying energy, we're going to start with the Chariot and the Star. I like that start. Moving towards hope. Feeling good about a healing process. Feeling hopeful. Moving forward, we have the Three of Wands paired with the Knight of Cups, the Empress, wow, Virgo, Death, the Hermit, and he is paired with the Page of Swords. All of these cards are in the upright position. I haven't seen this in a while, Virgo. Some pretty positive energy. I feel like there's been a transformation for Virgo. Some kind of transformation. I feel like you've done some work. I feel like you're moving in a very positive direction. For me, this Death card is indicating transformation. Kind of leaving the old in the past. Coming out shiny and new on the other end, leaving things behind that are not serving you or your purpose in life. And I feel like with this Empress energy, Virgo, you feel very strong, you feel very empowered, you feel very capable. This is a very loving, nurturing energy. The Empress is somebody who has a lot of experience under her belt, is very wise. Someone who has her feet on the ground, has been working hard to bring positivity into her life. I think this was Empress first. And then we have the Chariot and the Star in your underlying energy. I do feel like you're moving towards something very hopeful. Whether this is a new relationship, potentially. We do have the Knight of Cups on the table, or just moving in the right direction in regards to your own life, feeling positive, feeling good about things. This could indicate with the Three of Wands, Knight of Cups, that you might have an offer coming in regards to a new connection, a new relationship. Let's get this other deck going. You might be getting ready to make an offer, to talk to somebody, to make a connection, to communicate. And I do feel like you put a lot of thought into this. I do just feel like more than anything else with this first set of cards, just a real sense of hope, a sense of moving in the right direction. A lot of positivity, feeling good about yourself, feeling transformed. leaving the baggage and the old shit behind and just looking forward to positive things coming into your life because you just kind of changed your perspective and decided to have a new outlook on life. Maybe you've made some New Year's resolutions and we're just a couple weeks into our new year and maybe things are, you know, starting off on the right foot for you and you just feel like you have a good start to a positive new year ahead of you. Let's see what else we get for you, Virgo. So clarifying the Chariot, we have Strength in reverse. And we have the Ace of Swords clarifying the Star. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Star again in the upright position, clarifying the Knight of Cups. The Empress is clarified by the Four of Wands. Sorry about the loud airplane outside. Hope it's not bothering you too much. We have the Eight of Cups clarifying death. The Hermit is clarified by the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Page of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Wands. So, more of the same, honestly. Virgo, this message is pretty clear, and it's really about, it just feels like you've really made a significant effort to make some positive changes. I feel like you've left things behind that, again, weren't serving you and weren't making you feel strong and positive and like you were moving in the right direction. So these cards came out like this, and it feels like the Chariot's moving away from the things that made you feel weak or insecure or feeling a lack of courage or not feeling positive. With Strength in reverse, you're leaving that behind. And standing strong in your truth. I think you are very clear about what direction you want to go. I feel like you're feeling very hopeful and clear-headed about what you want in life and how you want to get to that point where you are feeling good about all aspects of your life. A lot of positive energy coming from these cards, Virgo. I do have a sense that maybe, you know, with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, that you're not necessarily clear about how you're going to get to where you want to go. But that's because things are brand new, and maybe, again, things that you haven't worked for you in the past you've left behind, and so you're kind of starting over at square one, feeling brand new, feeling a little bit new and naive and maybe inexperienced, but you know that with this change of attitude, things are going to come your way. And I do feel a positive energy surrounding love, which is clarified by the Star. So this could be one of those focal points in your life, Virgo, where maybe you haven't felt so positive about some of the relationships or the connections you've made in the past, but you're moving in the right direction just by changing your outlook, changing your perspective, becoming more positive in how you think. And Four of Wands, you could be, you know, building this really solid foundation for yourself by starting with yourself, by improving and self-care and making changes in your own life that put your head in a positive mind space rather than negative. And what you're doing is building a solid foundation towards other things coming into your life that are also positive, because you started with yourself. You transformed yourself first. And again, that meant that you had to leave some things behind. You've probably walked away from some things that weren't so healthy, that were not putting you on the right path, and you put an end to that, and you're moving forward in a positive direction. I think you've gone back and revisited some of the things that were not healthy for you, or were not helping you move forward. And you've really put a lot of thought into how to make changes. This could be, I know this feels very general, but it's just a very positive reading that could apply to a number of different people in a number of different ways. So this could potentially mean something like you've decided to change your diet and your exercise habits, to leaving behind relationships that weren't serving you, to making changes in your job or workplace, and frankly, just speaking and thinking and directing yourself in the right direction in regards to having a brand new start at life, having a brand new beginning, and being faced with new opportunities because you have decided to move in a totally different direction, where you just started with yourself. You started off on the right foot by making changes in the way that you knew you could make changes. You can't change the way other people the way other people think and act. You can change the way you think and act. You can change the way you feel. You can change your habits, good and bad. So you started with yourself and you're moving in the positive direction, and I feel that's bringing in this positive energy for you, Virgo. I think the universe is patting you on the back and saying, way to go, Virgo. You've got some things coming your way that are going to make you very happy. New opportunities that are going to present themselves because you took a step in the right direction for yourself. You didn't try to change other people or dwell on things that weren't working out that you had no control over, that kind of thing. You just took steps forward to control of the things that you knew you could control and made changes for the better. Let's get one more round of cards for you, Virgo, in this very positive reading. Let's see what else we can get. Oops. Okay. What did I do? I shuffled these wrong, and so some of these are facing the wrong way. Is that how this? Okay, I think some just flipped up because I should have paid attention to what cards they were. One more shuffle, Virgo, and then we'll get some more cards out here for you. Okay, clarifying the Chariot, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Star. We have the Three of Cups, clarifying the Three of Wands. The Knight of Cups is clarified by Justice. Empress is clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Wands clarifying Death. The Ace of Wands again in the upright position, clarifying the same set of cards. And we have the Tower in reverse. So we have the Queen of Cups in your underlying energy with the Three of Swords. And again, this is clarifying the Chariot, which had strength in reverse. I do feel like the Queen of Cups is your energy. I do feel, again, this is the sense of leaving this behind. You may have had some heartache in the past, especially if this is paired with the Three of Swords. So there may have been some breakups, maybe a relationship gone bad, or again, some things that you had to leave behind. And it was hard. I do feel like there was some emotional bumps in the road that you had to get past, that you had to heal from, but you're moving away from this, healing and moving in the right direction. Again, I have a sense that you are going to be making some new connections in regards to love, friendships, that kind of thing. I think that that's coming for you, and I think the universe is getting ready to bring that in for you because you've been able to balance out the scales and make things right for yourself. And so because things are moving in the positive direction for you, you have positive things coming in for you. Very positive things. I don't think that just because you are on this yellow brick road right now headed to Oz, that you aren't going to see some pitfalls and feel some disappointments. I do feel, though, that you have created the situation where you are in such positive energy that even when you're faced with some minor pitfalls or some bad news, the occasional bad news, or some occasional, mishaps in life, that you aren't going to be able to face those head on, and it's not going to bring you down. It's not going to bring you back to this Queen of Cups energy in reverse, where you're just feeling down on yourself, feeling like the world is against you, because you've changed your frame of mind. You've changed your way of thinking, and these kind of things don't get you down anymore because you're moving in a positive direction. You are making things happen for yourself. You're communicating well. You're taking action. You're moving forward, moving past bad energy, moving forward towards positive energy, transforming your life and making it happen yourself. And that's going to bring those new opportunities, new relationships, maybe new work opportunities, new connections, new whatever it is. Whatever that is to you, you've got Ace of Wands coming your way. And it's going to change your life. And you know what? You know what, Virgo? It's about damn time, is what I say. It's about damn time that the scales tipped in your favor. That's what I'm feeling. The scales are tipping in the favor of Virgo. I do feel like, you've had your share of heartbreak in the past. You've been working through that. You've been dealing with some hard times that you're trying to put in the past. And I just get this sense that you kind of came into this new year with a new outlook, hope that things are going to be better. And because you've embraced that positive energy, it's actually happening for you. That power of positive thinking. And, that's the first step in making things better for yourself, is just to change your perspective and change your mind about how you look at things. Change your mind about how you look at failure. Change your mind about how you look at past relationships that haven't worked out. Instead of feeling like it was something that you have to put in the past because it didn't work for you and it was a mistake. And we make mistakes, but mistakes are made because we have an opportunity to learn a lesson from our mistakes. So just because you failed at something in the past doesn't mean that you have to give up on life. It means you get to put some thought into what went wrong and make it work for you instead of making it work against you. Make it work for you instead of against you. Right, Virgo? This is a very nice reading. And you know what? I'm proud of you. More people should be thinking like this. I should be thinking like this. Maybe I'll take some advice from Virgo and start doing the same thing in my own life. Okay, Virgo, so we've got a couple cards that want to come out for you. We have the Sage in reverse and Destiny in reverse. Interesting. So I'm going to probably read both of these. If they show up in reverse, they are potential blockages. So these could potentially be things that you kind of still need to work through. Let's see what the cards say and see how they resonate for you, Virgo. The Sage 7. Okay, so potential blockage for Sage. Here we go. And I will display the card in the upright position so that you can look at it while I read. There is, however, a flip side to the sage. He can be just a little absent-minded and also appear to be self-absorbed. He loves to speak so much that sometimes he fails to listen. Is this you? As well-intentioned as you might be in sharing your knowledge, there could be a chance that you are not listening to something that you really need to hear. The sage reversed is also symbolic of a smooth talker with the gift of gab. He can at times say what he knows people want to hear as opposed to what needs to be said. He represents someone who is a bit of a Pied Piper. Watch out for this person in your life because they can be quite manipulative, and you could find yourself wandering off your own path and following theirs instead. In the reverse position, the sage is also somebody who hates being wrong. He prides himself on offering inaccurate information, so if he has been misled and then makes the mistake of offering inaccurate information, the sage can be quite defensive. He will resent being questioned, challenged, or criticized. Instead of apologizing, he may become argumentative and do everything to convince others that he is correct because he is too proud to admit that he could be wrong or that an offered alternative point of view could also be correct. He can also be a little haughty and arrogant if people question his knowledge or offer a differing opinion. He takes such pride in being correct that when an alternative perspective or contradictory theory is offered, he can become querulous and bombastic. For a very open-minded and questioning person, there are times when the sage can be exceptionally close-minded and dogmatic. He likes to be right, sometimes for all the wrong reasons. When the sage appears reversed, he cautions against arrogance and prideful behavior in the face of criticism. You do not always have to be right, nor do you have to win every argument. Sometimes it is far easier and reflects better upon you to admit that your facts or perspective might be a little skewed. Do not fall into the trap of embellishing and twisting information so that you can be seen in a positive light. Two wrongs do not make a right. Okay, without interpreting this too much, because I feel like this is up to you to interpret, Virgo, I'm going to say that this could potentially be your energy or somebody that you're dealing with. You decide how that works for you in this reading. I'm going to move on to Destiny and see what that has to say, and then we're going to close out this reading for you. Destiny again was also in the reverse, so this is a potential blockage. And this one's also about a half page to a page. Okay, here we go, Virgo. When the Destiny card appears reversed, it cautions you against following a path of instant gratification and ease. Do not be fooled into believing that once you have determined your destiny, making it manifest will be free of difficulties or problems. When is any quest easy? When does the hero or heroine of any story move from where they are to where they want to be without any effort or sacrifice? Some of the obstacles you will face will be self-made and born of your insecurities and doubts, while others will be placed in your path by those who might not understand or believe in your destiny. Sometimes the people who try to steer you away from your search are the people who love you, people you do not want to hurt or disappoint. It takes great love and conviction to say no to those who might have other plans for your future, but to have your destiny manifest, you may just find yourself in a position where it is necessary to do just that. If you do not, you may find yourself being thwarted again and again. When the Destiny card is reversed in your reading, it is helpful to remember that meeting your destiny does not necessarily simply happen, nor it is likely to happen overnight. Therefore, prepare yourself for the process by releasing expectations of the instant gratification. Instead, prepare to pay your dues, fight your demons and monsters, and overcome obstacles that may well feel insurmountable. To do so, let go of those fears and doubts that might have you procrastinating and wanting to turn back or turn away. Finally, to make your destiny manifest, you might also need to learn more at this time. You have gifts and talents, but to turn them into something practical and tangible will take time, devotion, and dedication. And frankly, I think that applied quite nicely to this reading, especially with these two pages in reverse that showed up, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You have an extreme amount of positive energy on the table, but just because you're moving in the right direction doesn't mean you won't have those pitfalls and disappointments in life. And, don't let that sway you from your path, from your destiny. And that includes relationships. That includes people who might, not be seeing your perspective or who may be steering you in the wrong direction. So I hope that reading helped, Virgo. I'm going to end that there. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If it did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like. I do reply to all of those. Thank you for joining me, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye, Virgo. Take care.